Good evening. My name is Ryan, and this is my discussion post for week 3's prompt for ITL608 concerning assistive technologies, asking us to check out the PPT link with different apps and programs listed, select one, and apply it to a focus student you wrote about in your ITL606 class. Out of the case study focus group example list provided to us, after looking over the list of apps and assistive technologies listed, it reminded me of focus group student number 2, SM, who is a 10th grade student in the EL program with non-English speaking parents at home, who is conversationally English proficient but struggles with reading and writing, and he tests reading at a lower first grade level. And one of the programs I saw on the assisted technologies list that made me think of him was Duolingo, which is a game-based language learning program available on all devices. I thought of this as a resource that would help him practice mainly outside of the classroom and benefit him with his reading and fluency and confidence. It says in his case study that he often asks for peer involvement and teacher assistance to make up work and increase his grades, and that this would be a way that he could do that outside of class as well on his own time that's very rewarding, and apply it to his daily life. It also says in his case study that he has a strong passion for music and rapping. It allows him to express his emotions. And since he reads at a lower first grade level, this reminded me of another program. I'm also a private tutor for homeschool and charter schools. And something that I use with my K-5 students and readers often is vocabulary. I'm able to assign that through lessons through email. And what that does is it takes a passage of text and paces it at their reading level, which would be, maybe like 30 words a minute or 45 words a minute or 120 words a minute. And it paces it to a rap or hip hop beat, and it highlights the text as well, and it will assign them to read it 3 times, the same passage 3 times, and you encourage them to read it out loud, and the words are highlighted kind of karaoke style as the music progresses. And with each passage, then the rate of speech of the passage increases as well. So it pushes them as they get more familiar reading, rapping the exact same passage. And the teacher can select the passage based on the sounds or the letters that you're focusing on based off of grade level, or the content, maybe like a science passage or a history passage or a social studies passage, for example. I thought that was not on the assisted technologies list that was provided, but once again, the Duolingo reminded me of the focus student, and when I read up on his case study, that reminded me of another assisted technology that I thought would be really good for him, again, outside of the classroom in his home where he isn't able to have the support from his parents, that I do think could really help his reading proficiency. And that's also something that he could practice writing down the vocabulary assignments as well, that could improve his writing proficiency too. And there are things that he could individually practice. It does say that he is an extrovert and that he does easily reach out to others. So I think that these are good individual skills that he could use so that he's not having to reach out to others and increasing his own sense of autonomy. Especially he's a 10th grade student. It would be nice for him to, not saying that he is college bound, but for him to have tools that he can rely on himself so that he doesn't need that physical contact with other people, since there are technologies out there that he can do on his own as well.